Good morning, welcome to breakfast with Flag Shag'em Munchetti and Charlie Shitstains. Our top story today in this racist country is about the thousands of girls being inappropriately treated by boys in our schooling system. We are jumping on this bandwagon because these are middle class girls being touched by white boys, so we don't have to cover it up like we do with the grooming gangs, you know, for the sake of diversity and all of that. Them abusing 19,000 working class British girls a year is a worthwhile price to pay because our middle class kids live in a gated community away from the dirty nonce cunts Boris Johnson and his merry band of political fuckpigs import on a daily basis. So naturally we fully support this, of course, while taking licence fees from the very working class scum we all hate so much. In fact, my co-host Flag Shag'em Munchetti here hates the white working class as much as she hates our racist flag and really wanted to retweet that famous tweet about the abused girls shutting up for the sake of diversity. But luckily for her, she thought it showed too much support for the Labour Party to be considered impartial, and Naz Shah had already been roasted for it. Yes, us at the BBC are good at covering things up, remember. We literally hid Jimmy Savile's crimes for years with the help of the police and cover this government's arse on a daily basis. So naturally, helping to sweep things like the Rotherham and Telford grooming gangs under the carpet was a piece of cake. But moving on from that, our next story features the dirty white working class dropping litter on the floor while they all ignore government lockdown laws to enjoy their life, which makes us hate them even more. I mean, how dare they go outside and ignore our fear-mongering campaigns? They should literally all be locked up for trying to kill Granny and ignoring the bullshit we pump out 24 hours a day. But before we get into all that, let's get the weather from West London, where our weather trout is surrounded by the most racist British plants in the country because the countryside is racist here, remember? Yes, Charlie, I am here amongst some racist bushes. In fact, this plant is actually abusing me as I stand here, so I will call the police after the show and have them arrested for hate speech because this bush has just told me that all lives matter when we at the BBC only think that black lives matter because that is politically correct. In fact, it is so offensive I need to go away and cry over a soy latte and some avocado on toast, so it's back to you tosspots in the studio.
And they want the message to be out there that even on a beach, if you're looking at those pictures that we've just seen, if you're on a crowded beach, there's a risk of transmission. And in theory, if you go swimming in the sea, you should be wearing a mask. And in theory, if you go swimming in the sea, you should be wearing a mask.
Where